The college campus was quiet and unsuspecting on a chilly October afternoon, until an officer killed, a campus on lockdown, and a manhunt underway. This is the story of Officer Floyd East Jr., a man who answered a call to protect and never returned home. What drove Hollis Daniels, a young student with every opportunity in life, to commit such a violent act? What went so wrong in those final moments? Today, we uncover the details behind the tragedy that left a family grieving and a community forever changed. October 9th, 2017, 1:11 a.m. In Lubbock, Texas, police respond to a disturbance involving the theft of a loaded .45 caliber pistol reported hours after the incident. Leo, the victim, and other witnesses informed police that the suspect who stole the gun, Leo's friend, had threatened to kill him. 1:18 a.m. Officers locate a vehicle matching the suspect's description. The driver, 19-year-old Hollis Daniels, is searched, but no weapon is found. Daniels admits to getting into an argument with Leo, but denies having stolen any weapon.
So I went over there, and we were hanging out earlier tonight.
Okay.
And I went back over there, and we had a little dispute, and he knocked me on the floor, and so I thought that I went back around and looked and see if my phone fell out, because I lost my phone.
Okay.
And so, and it wasn't, he didn't hurt, it just, I ended up on the floor, you know, he wasn't assaulting me or anything like that, it wasn't but I went back to look for my thing, and he was probably I saw him looking at me out the window thinking, you know what I mean, like, you know, what's he doing here? But I was just looking for my phone real quick, but I couldn't find it, so I just headed out. Now I'm heading back to Talkington, so.
Okay.
The cops request a vehicle search, asking if he has any weapons in the car. Daniels denies having any weapons and refuses to consent to a vehicle search.
You got a gun inside the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
You don't have a gun inside the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
You have a gun on your person?
Yes, sir.
No, I pat him down. Yeah, I pat him
Do you
down.
care if we search your vehicle?
Yes, sir, I kind of do.
Actually, you don't want us to search your vehicle?
Yeah, but not because I don't have a gun, I just don't, I don't know consent to that. It's not necessary, I'm on the way home.
No, it is necessary, because right now you're involved in an investigation.
Later, despite possible arguments to the contrary, the police stated that without probable cause or a drug-sniffing dog available, officers had an obligation to release Daniels. It is believed that Daniels had the gun with him in the car at this time. Unfortunately for Officer Floyd East Jr., the inability or refusal of the department to search his vehicle would prove to be deadly.
There was not enough probable cause to search it on its own, nor to get the warrant for the vehicle. They thought that there might be perhaps even drugs in the car. They looked into whether a drug dog was available to sniff the vehicle. There was not one available. They looked at a few avenues. Ultimately, it would have been unconstitutional for the officers to search the vehicle. There was no arrestable charge. There was nothing to hold the individual on at the time, so they released him.
Lubbock Police Chief Greg Stevens said, "Late afternoon of that same day, a gunshot is reported from Daniels' dorm room at Texas Tech's Talkington Hall. 5:59 p.m. Two Texas Tech police, including Officer Floyd East Jr., respond to a welfare check call at Daniels' dorm room. According to Texas Tech Police Chief Kyle Bonath, the police department received information about a student acting erratically who was reported to be in possession of a weapon.
Just be advised, we are going to do a welfare check. This is what we came to earlier at Talkington Room 134 for the order of marijuana. Also, we got a reported gunshot last night, so we'll go ahead and key in for the welfare check. Texas Tech Police Department. If you don't open up, we're keying in. Texas Tech Police Department, we're keying in.
Daniels is nowhere to be seen, but officers awaken and question his roommate Andy, who confirms Daniels lives with him.
Hey, what's up, man? What's your name?
Andy.
Andy? Is that who we're looking for?
No, we're looking for Hollis.
I just woke up. I'm sorry.
That's okay. What do you know about your partner that lives in this room down here?
Hollis Daniels?
Hollis? I don't know a whole lot about him. Really.
Did you hear it or see anything kind of weird last night in the middle of the night?
Last night?
Mm-hmm.
No, I got in kind of late last night because I went home for the weekend.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Do you happen to have your tech ID with you?
Yeah.
Just so we can log who we talked to. Thank you.
Shortly after, officers locate a CO2 revolver, but find no evidence of a real firearm being fired within the vicinity.
There's a gun right here. Revolver.
Was this kid here or y'all had talked to this kid?
No, we hadn't talked to him. And this is...
That's a crossman. That's a CO2.
However, deepening their concerns, officers locate marijuana and a large quantity of Xanax. Daniels had reportedly been using these substances to cope with anxiety.
Probably is some drugs and paraphernalia in there, but we can't tell from plain view, so we'll just go ahead and seize all that. Yeah, go ahead and grab a bag and then we'll start packaging this up. Yeah, because it was filled on March 27th of this year, so it's for erythromycin, but generic Xanax is alprazolam, so. And then I don't know what those pills are, but there's another Xanax in there. And when I was looking inside this box, it looks like there's a little bag with some marijuana maybe. I was just waiting on you to pull it out. And you see those little plastic baggies right there? Yeah, pull it out and see what it is. See if we need to take it. Just an empty. Oh, he's probably keeping pills in that bag. It's got a bunch of white residue.
Yeah, that's white residue.
That's consistent with the Xanax, so we'll take that. Let's just confirm there's no more contraband inside this box. Yeah, and there is more contraband inside the box.
Oh, yes, sir.
There's a pipe and another baggie and more Xanax. We'll just take what's whole box. You can have the cigars.
At 6:29 p.m., Daniels returns to the room, initially provides a fake name, which he is immediately called on.
Hang on, what's your name, bud?
Come here, buddy. What's up? What's your name? Andreas. No, it's not. Come on. No, what's going on?
We've already talked to your other 3 roommates. We know what they look like.
Yeah.
That was a good try, though. Hey.
Daniels is subsequently searched for the second time that day and arrested.
Here, stand up for me real quick. Do you have any weapons or anything on you? Interlace your fingers on top of your head.
What is this called?
Keep your hands right there, okay? I'll explain it to you as soon as I get done. Spread your feet out a little for me. What's all in this pocket? Money? Yeah, I can take it out. I'm just gonna put it all on the couch, okay? Is it okay to just empty out all your pockets while we're doing this?
Do you have
Don't move your hands.
is that necessary?
I'm asking you a question.
No, I don't consent to that. No.
Okay. What kind of pills you got in that bottle?
This is my prescription. I have antidepressant Prozac.
Prozac? And you don't. Then this is what you don't want me to pull out of your pants. Then in there.
Oh no, you can.
I can take that pill bottle out.
It's just my Prozac.
You understand my skepticism when you say,
Of course.
I can empty that pocket. I can empty part of this pocket, and so. So what's your real name then?
Hollis James Daniels.
Why'd you give us a fake name?
Okay, because I don't know what's going on.
Regrettably, we now know what officers did not. Concealed in his waistband at this time was the stolen pistol.
Today we came by, we had an odor marijuana coming from this room. Had an odor marijuana coming from this room.
625 time.
Knocked on the door, someone locked it, so we left. Then we also got a report of the gunshot.
243, that subject that we flagged the
That's what we got
ID for
reported.
came
So
by the
we came
room
in
while
here,
we were
make sure
processing
everyone's
it.
okay.
635
Check.
speaking with you now.
Yeah. So what happened last night?
There was no gunshot in here.
That's what we're told.
By who?
Somebody that heard it.
So yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I didn't. No, yeah, I didn't. I wasn't even here last night. I was over at my buddy 28th Street. In fact, I got pulled over last night on the way back from 28th Street.
What time was that?
1 or 2. And yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else that
Also, with the welfare check, we came into the room,
is it?
and there's all sorts of paraphernalia.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and pull that for you.
Okay. So okay.
Also, you have pills, prescription bottle that doesn't belong to you.
Okay.
Can you explain that?
No, sir.
Yeah, that's Miranda.
What's up?
He's just gonna read you your rights before we ask any more questions. Okay.
This is just about the pot thing, huh?
Yeah, he'll get to all that. Just because he's reading you this doesn't mean you're under arrest. It's just we want you to be aware of your rights before you answer any more questions.
So, am I getting a ticket or am I getting arrested?
No, this doesn't mean you're getting arrested. He's just gonna interview you.
But it did.
So what's going on with all this stuff in your room?
I smoke pot sometimes, he said, and I have a few of those days.
All this stuff in yours?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So you don't have a prescription for Xanax? Because that's a lot of Xanax for one person.
Well, I'm not distributing it or anything. I have. I do have a pellet gun, but it's not loaded.
Yeah, we saw that too.
Okay.
That's it.
Do you have one with you right now?
None right now.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll stand here. What do you use the CO2 gun for?
Honestly, I haven't even loaded it since I got here. Back home, we used to just shoot squirrels and stuff. I thought it'd be kind of fun, but then I realized I got here, there's not many squirrels here, you know what I'm saying? So, and then plus it's probably not good to have a gun on campus like that.
Well, it's just, you know, it kind of
looks like
whenever we first went in, that was one of the first things we saw, and it's kind of like with the information we had at the time. It's kind of like, you know, it looks bad at first sight. I mean, It is bad. We've seen. I can't even tell you how many CO2 guns I've seen doing this, but you know, most of the time it's kind of in a drawer or something.
Right.
Where
I don't even know where I left it out.
Okay.
So y'all are legally allowed to unlock my room whenever there's a gunshot.
Yeah. If we're doing a check to make sure that. You know, for life purposes,
right?
For
of course, yeah.
an emergency purpose like that, we can. Yes, sir.
Okay, so what time did the gunshot go off again? Last night?
Mm-hmm.
And last night I was getting. What time did the shot go off? Because if you look up the police reports from Officer, what's his name? It was Duckworth, Officer Duckworth. We went through this whole thing.
Did he write you a ticket or anything?
He didn't write me a ticket. He let me go because the whole situation was they thought that I stole their gun, and so then they fucking then they went and searched my car. You can look and I see you can look at his what time he pulled me over, and I bet that whatever time the gunshot was reported won't actually, because that was it.
It was Duckworth?
Duckworth, yes, sir.
With the Lubbock Police Department?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Daniel states later that the officers were just barely missing the weapon during the search. Though it isn't mentioned exactly when the gunshot went off, officers accept that Daniels had nothing to do with the gunshot on campus, as it is easily proven that he was stopped by officers earlier that day. However, many would be quick to notice that something about this picture doesn't add up, given all the reasons cops have had to interact with Daniels that day. Regardless, officers transport Daniels to the Texas Tech Police Department to book him on narcotics charges. During the ride, the gun becomes loose inside his pants and falls to the ground, marking yet another tragic misstep.
I'll be clear. 1-1 male. Yeah. What was that big thump? Oh, my handcuffs.
Daniels is able to reconceal the weapon. Quickly, his handcuffs are removed.
Cooperate with me. We'll go to police cuffs off a little bit, okay?
Then Daniels is led to the booking room, 7:44 p.m. During booking, Daniels asks Officer East if he has any family at home.
You have a family at home?
Yep. And the kids. Pretty old.
Moments later, Daniels pulls the gun he has had hidden all along, shooting Officer East in the head, killing him instantly, and fleeing the scene. A .45 caliber shell casing is found at the scene, believed not to be from Officer East's weapon, which remains in its holster. Officer East's body camera is nowhere to be seen, leading us to believe that Daniels thought it was the only camera recording him.
658, the PD is not secure. I'm about to 25 with you at the end of the briefing hallway. I need you to help me clear this building. I've cleared down this hallway. The men's bathroom. Not yet.
No, not this time. They're coming on the patrol north side.
Officer down, he's shot in our briefing room. We don't know where the suspect went. He's about a 19-year-old white male, skinny, blue jeans, believe a light colored t-shirt. He had mud on his jeans from the knees down.
Blue jeans and a white t-shirt?
Yeah, and he's got facial hair.
Can you relay the information one more time?
Yeah.
To our sergeant so we can get all the perimeter units clear on what we're looking for.
What's his last name?
625 Tech. Can I get the suspect's last and first name?
It's on the call sheet.
Okay. And just to verify, white male, 6 foot, red hair, green eyes, 130, blue jeans, light colored t-shirt.
Yeah, it's Hollis Daniels.
At 7:46 p.m., 2 minutes after the shooting, Texas Tech University police dispatchers notify the Lubbock Police Department.
Just as we would do with one of our own officers or any other homicide, we would do a homicide call-out. Lubbock police detectives responded, began to process that scene aided by members of the Texas Rangers, the Texas Department of Public Safety's Laboratory Services, also with members of the Lubbock County Sheriff's Office.
Stevens said. 8:23 p.m. An emergency notification was sent out by Texas Tech University reporting that a shooting had occurred at the Texas Tech Police Department and that the individual responsible for the shooting had not yet been located. The message urged everyone to remain in a safe location as the campus went into lockdown.
During this time frame, the TTU Counseling Center advised the Texas Tech Police Department the student's family had called to express concerns that the student may be in possession of a weapon and making comments about suicide.
Texas Tech Police Chief Kyle Bonath said. At 9:08 and 9:18 p.m., Daniels was spotted on campus, and at 9:26 p.m., a Texas Tech police officer successfully apprehended Daniels and escorted him into custody. When he was caught, Daniels stated coldly that he was the one that shot their friend. During a phone call recorded later that night, Daniels appears calm and composed, although he is displaying misaligned priorities.
Yeah, on the cool, I haven't been saying anything. I haven't been saying anything really. But there's pretty solid proof against me is the problem.
I know that, Reese. And I know that you think that doesn't matter, but I'm telling you, it's just, no.
You know me, Carrie, you know me. I'm not gonna say shit to. I supported someone who assaulted me yesterday. I said no, he didn't assault me. You know me. I'm not gonna say anything that would jeopardize that.
I'm just saying, it's just, I love you, and you'll get through this.
Yeah. It's my dumbass fault that I shouldn't have done this anyway. I'm fucking stupid. Alright. Can I talk to Dad?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Hey, Dad. I love you.
I love you too, sir.
I'm just taking it. I'm just taking it easy right now. we're waiting for something to happen. I think they're gonna take me to county jail. You know.
Your mother, I think your mother wants to come see you when she gets there. She should. I'm sure she's landed by now and like maybe taking a taxi over to there.
I don't know if excuse me, sir. Are visitors allowed in this section? Okay, yeah. She can't come visit in this section. She has to go to county jail whenever I get transported. Man, Dad, I'm sorry that this is something that I know you're disappointed and all that, and I know that I always do this to you, but
I'm scared for you. I'm scared for you. I don't want anything to happen to you, Dad. I want to get through this with you together and get it behind us and try to make our lives a little bit just better. I hope I haven't let you down.
you haven't let me down at all. I've let you down. I've let you down.
Then Daniels is taken to interrogation, where the first thing he asks is a question of his fate.
Well, you guys know the whole story. What do you think is the most likely possible outcome?
Well, I don't know the whole story.
I f***ed up.
Well, hold on.
I'm just.
I know it's just a bad situation. I got it. Okay.
You know, it's funny. My mom called me and said, "Reed, are you okay? There's been a shooting, and they say it's you." And immediately then I knew, you know, I'm going to jail for the rest of my life, dropping out of college.
You know what? We got to figure this out first, okay?
Yes, sir.
Daniels expresses regret and seems to understand that he's done something terrible.
So I got back to my dorm. And there were already police officers in there. They busted me for sex and marijuana, and they took me back to the station, and I just, in my head, I thought, you know, I can't have this third strike against me. This is gonna be it, you know what I mean? Not thinking logically, and so I did something very illogical, and regret it deeply, and I don't know ever how I'll ever make up for it. Okay, I was taken back to the police station, and something just clicked in my head, and I said, I can't do this. I can't go back like this. But then I made a worse decision to go back and do something that I thought I could.
The officers allow Daniels his request of calling his parents.
I'm just ready to go to jail, call my parents. I really would like to call my parents because they're worried to think about me because they saw it on the news.
Hello, this is Dan.
Hey, Dad, it's me, Reed.
Reed, honey, are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm very safe. I'm with some very nice people right now, and I'm in trouble, and I messed up badly.
Oh, Reed, honey, I love you so. I don't even. You'll be there tonight around 11. I'm shaking all over. I can't drive right now. But I want to come see you. What happened? I mean, why would you do something like that? You don't know?
I do know it, and it doesn't make sense, and I'm sorry I brought this disrespect to my family. I'm sorry I brought this disrespect to my family again.
God, I'm so sorry. I don't know what went wrong.
Don't be sorry. It's not you. It's my fault. You did nothing wrong. I did. It's me. And I think they're gonna put me away for a little while, and there's nothing I can do about it.
I'll talk to you when I get there. I love you. Okay.
Yes, sir. I love you, Dad. 25 to life. Plus more because of other stuff. I mean, look. That would be the responsible thing to do, is to give me jail time, and then maybe I can go for parole. But that's just gonna change. Not your problem. It's just gonna change how I have to go about what I'm gonna do.
All of that's up to the district attorney's office. Okay.
And of course, the district attorney's office is gonna give me 25 to life.
So yeah.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
I guess not.
Daniels was charged with capital murder of a peace officer and possession of a stolen firearm.
We keep the focus on the fact. Officer East was a fine man, doing very honorable work, which he died doing,
Stevens said. Hollis Daniels' trial, held 5 years after he fatally shot Officer Floyd East Jr., centered on whether Daniels deserved the death penalty or life in prison. Daniels had entered an open guilty plea, facing the full range of punishment without a plea deal. Jurors examined his actions, character, and whether he posed a future threat. Prosecutors painted Daniels as a manipulative individual with a hidden, drug-fueled lifestyle who repeatedly rejected help. Defense attorneys argued that he was a young man struggling with severe depression, drug abuse, and an unaddressed mental health crisis. Attorney Lauren Byrne highlighted missed opportunities for intervention, pointing out that Daniels' problems were often overlooked or misinterpreted by those around him. Evidence included body camera footage of Daniels appearing coherent and coordinated as officers escorted him to the station after finding drugs in his dorm. He managed to conceal a stolen gun and, once alone with Officer East, asked him about his family before suddenly pressing the weapon to East's head and pulling the trigger. Daniels later explained that he'd asked about East's family because, in his irrational state, he wanted the officer to think of something positive before he shot him. He claimed he felt stuck and saw the shooting as a way to, in his words, go out in a flash, driven by suicidal thoughts and drug-induced paranoia. Though initially suicidal, Daniels fled after the shooting, sparking an hours-long manhunt. At the end of the day, it's impossible to understand Daniels' motive for such a senseless act of cruelty. But his words in court that we just went over seem to point to Daniels somehow believing that he had no other options. The delusion possibly fueled by his own addiction and mental illness. That the drug charges were so life-ending that he had a better chance at freedom this way. But we can only speculate. As Juanita Cooper, Officer East's sister, took the witness stand, she expressed the words she had waited over 5 years to say since her brother's brutal murder. You have the privilege to be anything in life that you choose to be, but you chose to be a cop killer, she said, maintaining eye contact with Daniels. Not only did you choose to take our brother's life, Floyd was everybody's brother here, a kind, loving man, adding that Daniels repaid her brother's kindness with a merciless killing. And like the coward that you are, you didn't give him a chance to fight for his life. I pray that justice shows you the same. No mercy, and may you rot in hell. Defense witnesses testified that Daniels, who had since been a model inmate, was remorseful and had used his time in jail to help others and strengthen his faith. Byrne pointed to his clean record as evidence he posed no threat in prison. Prosecutors argued his remorse was calculated to avoid execution, emphasizing that his privileged upbringing provided him every opportunity he repeatedly disregarded. They closed by playing a recording of East's end of watch call, underscoring the loss of the officer. Ultimately, the jury sentenced Daniel to life without parole, determining that while he posed a future danger, mitigating factors like his mental health justified sparing him from execution. The case highlighted complex questions about mental health and criminal accountability, leaving a lasting impact, especially on Officer East's family and community. Officer Floyd East Jr. responded to a call that tragically became his last. He was more than his badge. He was a father, a husband, and a friend. And while nothing can bring him back, his commitment to service will not be forgotten. This case is heartbreaking and complex, and I'd love to hear what you think. How did this darkness take hold of a young man with every chance at a different path? Was it neglect, addiction, or simply a tragic blend of both? Do we hold the system accountable for the missed red flags? Or is this just an unimaginable tragedy with no one to blame but the shooter? Officer East will be remembered for his commitment to his community and family rather than the failures of the department. Perhaps by telling his story, we can all better understand the need for vigilance, mental health awareness, and stronger support systems. If you found the story impactful, please give it a thumbs up and share it. And if you or someone you know is struggling, remember help is out there. Thank you for watching.